G'day, mate. Welcome back to the channel. My name's FPL Root, and welcome back to another FPL video. So we are in the international break. I will be giving you a wildcard draft. If you are on your wildcard, definitely watch this video. Even if you're not, these are some of the players you should be bringing in for game week 9. We're going to be going through in each position, defenders, midfielders, forwards, and obviously goalkeepers too. Explaining why I've picked their fixtures upcoming too. So stay tuned for this video. If you are new, please smash a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below what you think of the draft. Let's get into it.
Yo, listen up, Rue is stepping up the game, where fantasy Premier League runs in his veins. From transfers to captains, he's always on top, guiding you through every game week non-stop. They say Rue got that Salah flow. Welcome to the channel, enjoy the show. Wildcards free hits with so much vibe. If you're hunting for success, then make sure you subscribe.
All right, so we'll kick it off with the goalkeepers. I've gone for two very cheap goalkeepers. So Areola at 4 million. Yes, he hasn't been doing that well this season, but he's still been keeping clean sheets. And he's a number one goalkeeper for West Ham, who have some really great fixtures coming up. And for only to 4.2 million, I think he's a must-have on any wild card. So Villa away, yes, not the best, but after that they've got Brentford at home. Everton at home, Brentford away, Forest at home, Burnley away, Palace at home. Some really great fixtures there. Obviously, that is a tough game against Villa away. But you can play Turner this week, who's my second goalkeeper. He is 4.1 million. I've got him for 4 million. That's why it's coming up as 4 million. Yes, Forest are not the best defensively, but they do have Luton at home next, which you can play him in over Areola. Other than that, they do rotate pretty well, as Forest do have some tough fixtures coming up, but then their fixtures start to get good as Areola's does become a little bit less good. But for me, yeah, 8.2 million, 8.3 million for two starting goalkeepers, I think is a must-have. For the defence, Matty Cash is probably the first name on the team sheet. It says I've got him for 4.9 here, but he's now 5 million. And the reason why is because he's got 2 goals, 1 assist this season, and Villa have some really great fixtures coming up. So West Ham at home, Luton at home, 2 home games, which is great. Forest away, Fulham at home. And they do have Spurs away, but then they've got Bournemouth away. So some really great fixtures up to around game week 13, game week 12. So a player that you don't really need to worry about for now. And you know he can get you clean sheets and assists as well, and goals. So Matty Cash is an absolute lock for this team. Mark Gahey at 4.5 million, the Crystal Palace defender. Palace have done really well in terms of clean sheets this season. They kept 3 in the last 3 and have kept 4 throughout the whole season. You're probably not going to be getting assists or goals from Mark Gahey, but bonus points, he does love bonus points. He's managed to get 6 this season, which is pretty good. Yes, the fixtures don't look great over the next 2. They've got Newcastle away and Spurs at home, but after that they've got Burnley away, Everton at home, Luton away, West Ham away, Bournemouth at home. So from game week 11 to game week 15, some really great fixtures. So you're probably going to be wanting to bring him in for that period. So you might as well jump on early if you are on wildcard. Next up, I've gone for Dan Burn, so 4.6 million. Newcastle defender. He's probably gone from Botman to Trippier. I can't actually afford Trippier this draft, so that's why I've gone for Dan Burn. Newcastle's fixtures are pretty good, and they have been looking better defensively. So they've got Palace at home, who have lost Eze. Their attacking threat is non-existent, really. Wolves away, then they've got Arsenal at home, Bournemouth away, and some tough fixtures after that. So it's probably more of a short-term option, but then Gahey's fixtures will be better by then, so you can kind of swap them out. Next up, we've got Udogie, 4.9 million. I had got him for 4.8, so that's why he's 4.8. Some pretty good fixtures as well. Fulham at home, Palace away, Chelsea at home, Wolves away, Villa at home. Then they run into Man City, West Ham, Newcastle, which is really tough. So you might want to jump off him at that point. But for now, some really great fixtures. Again, probably until Gahey's fixtures turn good. You can play Udogie, and he can get an assist. He's got 2 assists this season. And I think he is probably the best Spurs pick, other than Pedro Porro, to go for in the wildcard. If you can afford Pedro Porro, I'll probably go for him instead. The 4 million defender, a lot of people have gone for Kabore or Charlie Taylor. I've actually gone for an Everton defender, Jared Braithwaite. Only 4 million. Just to sit on the bench, really. Yes, the fixtures are not great. So Liverpool away, West Ham away, Brighton at home, but you're never really going to need him, to be honest. So I just keep him on the bench, and you never know. Sean Dyche might turn Everton into peak Burnley, where they're grinding out results, keeping clean sheets. So in the hope of that, I've gone for Braithwaite as my 4 million defender. We'll move on to the midfield now. The midfield, for the Arsenal mid, I've gone for Martinelli just to save that bit of money on Saka. Yes, Saka was injured for the last game week, but I do think he'll be back. But if Martinelli is fit, I do think he is the better option in terms of goals. Yes, he's not on penalties, but as a kind of forward player, I think he is probably better than Saka. But it's just obviously Saka has them penalties. But you are saving about 1.5 million, so. For me, I do like the look of Martinelli at 7.7 million. And Arsenal's fixtures are okay, not great, but okay. Chelsea away, Sheffield United at home, Newcastle away, Burnley at home, Brentford away, Wolves at home, Villa away, Luton away. So they're a mixed bag, but if Arsenal's going to challenge like they did last season, I think you don't need to worry about fixtures. And I think Martinelli, for now at least, is okay to match Saka, and you're saving money as well. Anthony Gordon is the next player, so he's going to be a massive enabler for someone else in this draft. So 5.6 million. He's done really, really well this season, actually. 2 goals, 4 assists. He was suspended for game week 8, so a lot of people that wildcarded in game week 8 couldn't really get him, as they'll kind of miss him for that game week. But again, Newcastle's fixtures, as I mentioned, with Dan Burn, are pretty good. Palace at home, Wolves away in the next 2. And he does look like to have that left side spot nailed now that Harvey Barnes is out injured. So I think Gordon is a very good pick and probably my favourite under 6 million midfielder. Mo Salah's in the team, 12.6 billion. Great fixtures for Liverpool, to be honest. Everton at home, Forest at home, Luton away in the next 3. Some of the best fixtures you can ask for, really. He did get 2 goals last time out, and he's got 5 goals, 4 assists this season. So it's not just goals with Salah anymore. He is getting them assists too. I think he's a must-have. Anyone that's on their wild card. Maddison, a player, 8.1 million. I got him for 8, so that's why he's 8. Some good fixtures, like I said, for Spurs, Fulham at home, Palace away. And he's done really well again this season. 2 goals, 5 assists. You would like him to score more goals, but if he's chipping away with them assists for 8 million, I don't think you can argue with that. And these fixtures are going to be fixtures that he's going to probably score and get assists as well. So I think Maddison is probably essential on the wild card. Heung-min Son, 9.5 million now. I got him way before everyone else, so it only says 9.2. Player that has done really well this season, 6 goals. Yes, they've kind of come in 3 goals, 2 goals spurts. So maybe a little bit not as consistent as Maddison, but like I said, with Spurs' fixtures and playing number 9, I think he is a must-have on this draft. And you can move to Saka if you do want to get Saka back and not happy with Martinelli at a later stage, or if Rashford starts to become good, or Bruno, you have the money from Son to go straight to them. So I think Son does look really good on the wild card this week. We'll move on to the forwards. So for the forwards, I have gone for Ollie Watkins. It was a debate to Alvarez, but I think for now, for the next few weeks, Ollie Watkins is probably the better option. West Ham at home, Luton at home, Forest away, Fulham at home. It's 3 home games in the next 4, and Luton and Forest. You can't really argue with that. Yes, he has been very consistent this season, 4 goals, 7 assists, but mainly with the assists. The goals are only come in 2 games, which is fine. Like, don't get me wrong, points are points, but probably not a captain option. But I do think he does look good for captain option when he plays Luton at home. So a player that I think is consistent and you can probably keep for most of the season, as he is fixture proof. We've seen him score against some of the big teams as well. So he scored against Chelsea. Obviously hat-trick against Brighton as well, which is a pretty solid team. So for me, Watkins is a probably must-have in this team. Erling Haaland, 40 million. A lot of people have been going without Haaland. I think it's yeah, I don't know what I think of it, but it's just not for me. Allow that, definitely allow that. The fixtures I think look okay for City. Brighton at home, which yes is a tough game, but again it's Man City, Man United away, the way they're playing, that's not a tough game. Bournemouth at home, Chelsea away, you don't know what you're going to get. And then they've got Spurs, Liverpool, Villa. So you could argue some of the tougher fixtures, as I did just have Arsenal as well, but I think City can turn it on, to be honest, and I think they will win this period as well after just losing to Arsenal. I feel like they will have that anger in them. So yeah, Haaland's staying in my team. Jordan Archer, third striker. Only got 1 goal, 1 assist this season, but 4.5 million. Hopefully I won't need him. Doesn't have great fixtures either. Man United at home, Arsenal away in the next 2. So hopefully you don't need him in the next 2. But throughout the season, I think he can come off the bench if needed and get them 2 points and hopefully get a goal and assist too. That is the wildcard team. Let me know what you think below. Let me know if you can't afford it. You can make some changes too. So you could go for someone like Diaby instead of Martinelli if you can't afford that. So you let me know, or if you've got more money, you can go up to Trippier from Burn. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think of the team. Rate it out of 10. I think obviously 10 out of 10 as I picked it. But yeah, let me know below. Like the video too, as it really does help out the channel, and subscribe to the channel too, as there'll be more FPL content throughout the international break and throughout the whole season. And yeah, have a nice international break.